Everything is okay? Well, everything is okay, I know. Well, Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It's me, Michael Cesare Santa. Welcome to you to my channels, Michael Cesare Santa. Well, here is my several times I have planned to have a Bengali live streams, but now today's I am repeatedly roasting Mufassil fundamentals. Okay, and now here is the point is that Mufassil, the topic is Palestinian terrorism, and now here we can see that Mufassil fundamentals say that United Kingdoms recognize Palestinian terrorist country. Okay, now here some points we would react of Mufassil fundamentals, hence, and then I would share my opinions. Okay, and here my live location is okay, and here my live location is United Kingdom. Okay, now here you can see the points. Okay, now let's get started.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম বন্ধুরা, আজকে একটি খুশির সংবাদ। এটা হচ্ছে ইউনাইটেড কিংডম এই দেশের আমি নাগরিক। আমি বাংলাদেশ এবং ইউনাইটেড কিংডমের দ্বৈত নাগরিক। আমার দেশ ইউনাইটেড কিংডম প্যালেস্টাইনকে একটি স্বাধীন সার্বভৌম রাষ্ট্র হিসেবে স্বীকৃতি দিয়েছে। ব্রিটেনের এই স্বীকৃতি ইন্টারন্যাশনাল ল এবং আন্তর্জাতিক পরিস্থিতিতে প্যালেস্টাইনের জন্য একটি বিরাট সংবাদ। অনেক কারণ।
Okay. Okay, now here you can see that Mufassil the mental says that well here in United Kingdoms here is an blessing news is for us, and what is the blessing news? Accordance with Mufassil the mentals, the blessing news is that United Kingdom has recognized the Palestinian terrorist. And what is the why it is the blessing news? Well, accordance with the international law and the recent international diplomacy, well, it is the blessing point for the Palestinian terrorist. Okay, now let's see.
প্রথমত, ইউনাইটেড কিংডমের সাথে ইসরায়েলের সম্পর্ক বেশ কয়েক মাস ধরেই ভালো যাচ্ছে।
No, Mufassil the mental is wrong. There is not a diplomatic bad relation between United Kingdom and Israel. There is bad relations between the Keir Starmer and Benjamin Netanyahu.
এমনকি ইসরায়েল ব্রিটেনকে বলেছে যদি তারা সভরেনিটি স্বীকৃতি দেয় বা সার্বভৌমত্ব স্বীকৃতি দেয় প্যালেস্টাইন রাষ্ট্রে, তাহলে ইসরায়েলিরা ইউকে যাবে।
Okay. Well, now here you can see, well, Benjamin Netanyahu says that if the England government, I mean the British government would recognize Palestinian terrorists, well, Israeli citizens would not visit the United Kingdoms. Okay. Now, well, I would like to tell you that why foreigners travels to England in the tourist visa? Because there is, we can see the Buckingham Palace. There we can see the British Parliament, big Westminster British Parliament Lake. Well, there we can see the Church of England as a tourist point. That is only in London's. Okay. And now, well, if a poor country would contain tourist visa on England, well, I don't think here some effect on England economy. But if Israeli citizens would visit on England, that is there we can say some significant effect on the economy of England. Well, and here is the good points. But and now Benjamin Netanyahu says that if the government of England would recognize Palestinian terrorists, then Israeli citizen would not visit in England. But suddenly Mufassil the mentals say some negative points, I mean the Mokari points. And now let's see what is the Mokari points. Okay.
হয়ে গেল। Nevertheless, এটা সিরিয়াস ইমপ্লিকেশনস আছে। আপনারা জানেন আমি বহু বছর ধরে প্যালেস্টাইনের স্বাধীনতার জন্য সংগ্রাম করে আসছি। আমি একটি টু স্টেট সলিউশন চাই। তথাপি বাস্তবতা হচ্ছে এখন বরঞ্চ আলটিমেটলি ইন দ্য রং রান ইসরায়েল রাষ্ট্রের অস্তিত্ব নিয়ে প্রশ্ন উঠতে পারে।
What is the questions that that would be against the sovereignty of Israel or the existence of Israel?
প্যালেস্টাইন এর মানুষরা বহু বছর ধরে সাফার করছে নানা অজুহাতে।
Okay. Well, here we can say the video point is over for now. Okay, but now here we would have say some topic on the points. We can say some topics, but here the video is 16 minutes. But well, 16th time in 16 circles, Mufassil governmentals will stay for Palestinian terrorists. And I have a question say why Mufassil mentals stay for Palestinian terrorists. I had considered her as my brother. Well, here you can see what is Calgado's points. Okay. Well, the Calgado's points is semi. Dear girlfriend Michaela, I would teach you the definition of the citizen of England accordance with Mufassil the Mentals. Well, accordance with Mufassil the Mentals, what is definition of citizen of England? Okay. A person should violate every sovereignty or value of England, even if she would be Prime Minister of England. When she would be Prime Minister or Foreign Minister of England, she should support every national enemy's country of England. She should support the Palestinian terrorist country, even if the Palestinian terrorist country is a national security threat of England with 4,779 kilometers of driving route distance in 53 hours. Okay. Here is the first response. Well, here departure is West Bank and the arrivals is London, Greater London of England. Now let's see what is the driving route. Driving route is almost 4778 kilometer 150 meters. Okay. Now the what is the driving times? It is 52 hours 24 minutes. Okay. And here is my round figure is that for 4779 kilometer of driving route distance with 53 hours. Okay. Now, well, here we can see that what is the significant problem we have to face. Okay. Here the significant problem is like that. Well, here we could face the significant problem is like that. Here, well, the Palestinian terrorists would attack on England, and the Palestinian terrorists would attack on several innocent persons of England. But here you can see that, well, here Mufassil the mentals are supporting the Palestinian terrorists, and that is here the negative points of England economy. Well, okay, now here we can see that nowadays why Mufassil the mental consider herself as a British citizen while she is living in Canada, she is living in Australia. Okay. Now here we can see we would discuss it later, but now here my topic is I would discuss. Okay. Now let's have the discuss what is the sovereignty value of England. Okay. Now you can see what is the area of England. That is 244,100 kilometers square. It is Great Britain, United Kingdom's area. Okay. And it is a fraction of British empires, where the another fraction is, well, Canada, Australia and New Zealand. Okay. Here we have to discuss at the late. Now let's see that what is the points that we can discuss it. Okay. We can discuss is the several points that what is the sovereignty of England. That's, well, we Englander, we Englishmen, well, contains, well, the sovereignty of 244,100 square kilometers of the sovereignty, and we have to protect it from any enemy countries. We have to protect it from the immigrants does not want to respect the national value of England. Okay. Now here we can see. Now here I can discuss that if Mufassil the mental respect the national value of England, I don't know. Okay. Well, here you can see. Mufassil the mentals does not respect the national value of England because, well, in the several times, Mufassil the mentals supports a Palestinian terrorist in London, where uh, the value of England is that we English community does not uh, consider or does not tolerate any terrorist activity against non-Muslims. Okay. Now here we can see well in England, the national values is you have to be coexist in the culture of England, and you have to coexist in culture of the British value. Okay. Now, Mufassil the mentals support Palestinian terrorism. Now here we can see what is the negative parts. Well, negative parts is that several Palestinian terrorists are in shelter of London through the Mufassil the mentals. Okay. When they are in shelter of London's, now they are gathering their Muslim population in England, and and that was happened from the end of the Prime Ministry of David Cameron and the Bismillah of Prime Minister of Keir Starmer. Here slowly Muslim immigrant populations are increasing in England, and as in points, the Muslim populations who support Palestinian terrorists, they are who support Palestinian terrorists. They are support Sharia law in England. And what is this Sharia law? Okay, the Sharia law is that. Now let's see what is the law between Palestinian terrorists and Israel. Okay, the law is like that. Here, okay, the law is like that. In Palestine, if here is a case of 1 million United States dollars, or 500,000 United States dollars robbery case, here in Palestine, here you can see 5 people's Well, a Palestinian accused me that I would have stole 5 lakhs of United States dollars from his pockets. Well, now the Palestinian brought 4 Palestinian men and 20 Palestinian women as a witness that I have stole 5 lakh United States dollars from the Palestinian man. Well, what would happen in Palestinian court? Well, my one hand would be cut. Well, punishment is not bad, but the problem is that, well, 2 months here, 2 months later, here truth is revealed that the 5 lakh United States dollars is my earning income, was my earning income, and the Palestinian man falsely accused me to steal the 5 lakh United States dollar that was my earning in incomes. Well, and they brought the 4 Palestinian men and 20 Palestinian women as a false witness, and because of the false witness, my hand has been cut. Okay. Mufassil the mental know it, but still, from 1998 to 2025, that means in 27 years, well, Mufassil the mentals support protest for to Palestinian terrorism. And now, well, she said that good news is United Kingdom, that means the government of England, support Palestinian terrorists. But the reality is that, well, United Kingdom does not recognize the Palestinian terrorists. Only Keir Starmer government recognize the Palestinian terrorists. Okay. And when Keir Starmer's government would be removed, the recognition on Palestinian terrorists would be withdrawn as soon as possible. But still, Mufassil the mentors, he does not know any points that Palestinian terrorists can be national threat of England's sovereignty value, but still Mufassil the mentor is happy because Keir Starmer, the anti-national British Prime Minister, recognized the Palestinian terrorists, and that is the shame what the general British people are encountering, and that is the shameful of us. And now here I have notified some mathematics. Okay. Now here is that what I have notified the mathematics. Okay. accordance with Muslim Mufassil the Mentals, what is definition of Prime Minister of England? Accordance with Mufassil the Mentals. Okay. Palestinian terrorist tank would contain half of weight would be 16 ton. Travel distance is 47,000. I apologize. 4,779 kilometers. Travel time is 50 hours. Well, departure is West Bank and arrival is London, England. Target is assassination of King Charles III and his monarch family, where the kinetic power would be 56 watts and the kinetic volume of petrol would be almost 138,000 liter of petrol. But still, Prime Minister of England should support Palestinian terrorists with 2 million petrols. Okay. Well, and here you can say that what is the point we are concerned. Well, the concern point is that, well, the driving route travel distance between West Bank, the Palestinian terrorists, and London, England, the United Kingdom is 4,779 kilometers. And the traveled distance is 52 hours. Well, here the kinetic power to attack on London with departure from West Bank is 56 watt. Well, Palestinian terrorists would, when a Palestinian terrorist can be a physics teacher of any school of England, here what is the negative points? Well, to calculate the kinetic powers, we would have just say, well, La ilaha illa anta rahmatika astaghis. La ilaha illa anta rahmatika astaghis. Blah blah blah. But when an Israeli can be the foreign teachers in the physics course of the School of England, what would be the points? The points would be that to calculate kinetic power of any objects, first of all, we have to measurement the weight of the object. Then we have to measurement that how much the object traveled in a distance. Well, what is the travel distance of the object? And then we have to measure, we have a measurement of the travel time of the object. Then we can calculate the kinetic power of the objects, because we know the kinetic energy of the objects, and the power is kinetic power is just division of kinetic energy by the travel time. Well, here it is how Israeli teachers of physics physics course can teach students of England. Well, everybody know, and I hope Mufassil the mental knows that her sons and her daughters could learn that how to measure the kinetic power of the object with the element of the object weights, object travel distance, and object travel times from the Israeli teachers, while a pro-Palestinian physics teacher cannot teach you the how we can measure the kinetic power of the object, where the measurement element is weight, travel distance, and the travel time. Okay. Still, Mufassil fundamentals support Palestinian terrorists in 24 years in England and the 3 years in Canada. That is the shameful of for British people that we are providing asylum to the pro-Palestinian illegitimate man named Mufassil the Mentals. Okay. Now here you can see Mufassil the Mentals says there were here in British parliaments. Well, there is a question that what is the existence of Israel? Israel should not be existent. The point is from the British Parliament accordance with Mufassil the Mentals. Okay. Mufassil the Mental does not know that what is what is secularism? Well, and what is nationalism in England? Mufassil the Mental does not know that what is the nationalism in the Western countries. Well, Western country can do wrong with the countries like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, but Western countries contains nationalistic value. Okay. Now here I would talk to that. Well, Mufassil the Mentals called herself as a British citizen. But here I would discuss something like that. Mufassil the Mentals will get political asylum in England in 1992, where Mufassil the Mental, according with Mufassil the Mentals is the city Bachelor of Law Departments in Bangladesh Dhaka University. Well, she her kindergarten life is in Bangladesh under Pakistani presidents Yahya Khan's or Ayub Khan. Her school life is under Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, Ziaur Rahman's. Her college life and bachelor life is under Bangladesh President Hussein Muhammad Ershad, and now Mufassil the mentals get asylum in England in 1992, and now in 24 years Mufassil the mentals support Palestinian terrorists in London of England. Here we can say the government regime was Tony Blair, Gordon Brown, David Cameron, Theresa May, Boris Johnson, and Linda Truss, and the Rishi Sunak. And then she goes to Canada as a Canadian residential person. Well, now I am a residential person of Bangladesh. Can I consider myself a citizen of India? Never. But now in 3 years, Mufassil the mental is residential person of Canada, but still she is considered herself as a British person, where her wife, her mothers, her son and one son and her one daughter is American. Well, Canada can be under the British Empire, but America is not under British Empire. Well, and how she could call herself as a British person, I don't know. I have met several British persons through the news media of England. Here, Tommy, in the declaration of Tommy Robinson, I mean Thomas Robinson's, here then 1 million Englanders are protesting against pro-Palestinian illegal immigrants. But still, Keir Starmer recognized Palestinian terrorist Mufassil the mental claim that British government recognized Palestinian terrorists. Well, Palestinian culture does not support the British value. Israeli culture supports British value. But still, accordance with Mufassil the mentals, recognition of Palestinian terrorists as a state by Keir Starmer is a good news. Well, because Mufassil the mental considered, okay, Because you can see Mufassil the mental considered herself as a British person, and where she is not British person, she is a permitted British person. She is not British person by birth. Okay. Well, I don't know if I would say a point that would be relevant or not. Well, in one times, Mufassil the Mentals established a political party in England. The name of political party is forgotten, but still, still Mufassil the Mentals wanted to be Prime Minister of England. This is against the British citizen value of England, because in England, by birth citizen of England can be Prime Minister of England, and Mufassil the Mentals, kindergarten life is in East Pakistan region, school life is in Bangladesh, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and Jiaur Rahman. College life and university life is under Bangladesh President Hossein Muhammad Ershad. But still, one time she wanted herself to be Prime Minister of England. Okay. Now here we can say that what is the credibility of Keir Starmer's? Okay. Now, who is the current local government minister of England? That is Rushnara Ali. Wow, who is Rushnara Ali? Her school life is in Bangladesh. College life is in Bangladesh. University life is in Bangladesh. Even her profession life, even she would be employee or businesswoman, I don't know, but her profession life is in Bangladesh. Okay. She became the ordinary parliamentarian of England under the opposition party, Labour Party, that is the liberal wing of England, because she joined the general election of England 2 days earlier of the general election day. And how she joined the general election? She landed on the seat, general election seat of parliamentary seat of England 2 days earlier as a candidate. 3 days earlier, she was still a Bangladeshi Sileti. Well, and what about Tulip Siddiqui? Tulip Siddiqui is still the citizen of Bangladesh. Her family is interesting. Her family is Prime Minister dynasty. Her maternal grandfather is Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the father of Bangladeshi nations, and the current Prime Minister, according with the calendar of 2025, the current Prime Minister is Sheikh Hasina, is the maternal auntie of Tulip Siddiqui, the corruption minister of England. And this is the lowest sovereign credibility of Keir Starmer's. Well, in Keir Starmer's, there are ministers. You can see the ministers. All of the ministers in the cabinet of Keir Starmer's are Pakistani, Afghanistani, and Pakistani, Afghan, and Bangladeshi. But still, when Keir Starmer recognized Palestinian terrorists as a state, accordance with Mufassil fundamentals, British government recognized Palestinian terrorists as a state, where the reality is, well, so-called British government under Keir Starmer condemns the Prime Minister of England, condemns cabinet complete by Bangladeshi ministers or Pakistani ministers or Afghan ministers. There were no minister of the cabinet under Keir Starmer who could be a native British. Yes. And here is the point, and that is a joke. And now here we can see what is credibility of Mufassil. Okay. Now here we can see what is the different way. Now let's see. Okay. What if Palestinian went to Dhaka, Bangladesh? It can be probable. Okay. They depart from West Bank and arrival is Dhaka, Bangladesh. Well, driving route is 7,020 kilometers and the distance rate is 87 hours travel times. On the other hand, well, driving routes from Dhaka, driving route is 10,600, where departure is Dhaka, Bangladesh, and arrival is London, England. Here we can see travel time is 126 hours. Okay. Now here we can see what if here is our points. Well, here Gal Gadot with assist us. I mean the character Gal Gadot with assist us, and here we can say I would calculate myself. Okay. Now here let's find out the control J. Okay. Well, control 0 is clear. Well, now here we can see well, everything is okay, but the via route, what is via? Well, now let's here so you can see this. Via is Dha, Dhaka. Uh, okay, now here we can see. Here is Dhaka, Bangladesh. Okay, now here is a point so what is notified by me. Well, now here we can see. Well, 7,000. So well, 620 kilometers. Here we can see. And now in kinetic points I can write 7 10 62. Here E4, here would be E4. Okay, now here I would like to share it. What is the points? Well, that is 213 multiplied by 3600. Now here is 7,66,800 seconds. Okay. Now here we can see what is the travel times. Okay. Travel time is 213 hours. Now, as the conversion of second, 7668. Okay. Now here I can write. Here we can see 7668, and here is a points I can write 7668. Okay. Now here we can see. Well, let's click it. Well, 428236. Well, it is and a subtraction on additions, that is 1E1. Well, 1E8, 1E6, that is 1E1. Oh no, that would be wrong. That is 1E2. Well, that would be 16E5. Oh, okay. Now here we can see. Here is my point. So well, 16E5. Okay. Here you can see. Where is our points? That is clear. Well, 1762. It would be square divided by 7668 3. Okay, and now that is 11. Well, what is round figure? Round figure is almost 12 watt. Okay, now here we can see 12. Now here what I can notify it. Well, 12 multiple by 766,800 complete divided by eta. Here eta is considered 98% and raw density of the weight density of petrol is 0.778 kilometer per liters. Okay, now here is 100. Well, you can see the specific heat is 2 and the highest temperature is 50, hence we can consider as 100. Okay, and now here we can see what is the points. Well, 1 2 1 2 0. Well, 7 1 7. Here is points. And now here we can see here our calculation is now complete. Well, now here we can say the control I, control 0. Okay. Now here is a point. So the point is that Palestinian terrorist tank would attack London, England. Hence, they can depart from. Okay, they can depart from West Bank and their via. And now this time the via would be Dhaka, Bangladesh. Well, now here you can see the combination of distance travel distance is almost 17,620 kilometers and the travel time is 213 hours. Okay, and here you can see the conversion from hours to second, that is 766,800 seconds. Okay, target is still like that. Assassinations of King Charles III and the British monarch family. And here, well, the kinetic power of Palestinian terrorist tank to attack on London would be 12 watt. It cannot be 1 kilowatt, it cannot be 100 watt, it cannot be 50 watt, that is 12 watt. And this time the kinetic volume would be, what would be the kinetic volume? The kinetic volume of petrols would be 120,717 liters petrol. That means almost 121,000 liter of petrol Palestinian terrorist tank to need to generate 12 watt of kinetic power to attack on London, the capital city of England, where the departure is The departure is here West Bank, the Palestinian terrorist country, and the via is Dhaka, Bangladesh. Still, Kirstamer government recognized Palestinian terrorists, and she thinks that she would withdraw the recognition from the state of Israel. And accordance with Mufassil the mental, that is good news for Great Britain. Okay. How could Mufassil the mental say that that is good news, that can be good news from Great Britain? Where Mufassil the mentals know that that can contains a national sovereignty threat. I mean the national threat for sovereignty of England. But still, Mufassil the mentals supports Palestinian terrorists, and her good news is that Keir Starmer so-called British government, where the entire cabinet is complete of Pakistani ministers and Bangladeshi ministers, recognize Palestinian terrorists as a state. Well, Mufassil the mentals does not share with you that in England, with this type of news, the riot would be more dangerous in England second by second. Well, and the riot would be so dangerous that the entire favorite British government of Mufassil the mental would be receive asylum on Kabul, Afghanistan, Yemen, Dubai. Oh, Dubai is not possible. Riyadh and Doha, the capital city. Riyadh, the capital city of Saudi Arabia, and Doha, the capital city of Qatar. Well, this is the dangerous wokeism we have experienced. Okay. Mufassil the mentals know that with 121,000 liters of petrols, where kinetic power is 12 watt, Palestinian terrorists can attack on London, the capital city of England, but still, accordance with Mufassil the mentals, what is the definition of Prime Minister of England? The definition of Prime Minister of England would be that she would support Palestinian terrorists with 2 million liter of petrols. Hence that 10 Palestinian terrorist tanks can attack on London, the beautiful capital city of England, with 12 watt powers. and I don't know the how we ne- uh, we users of the cities internet are considering uh, this Mufassil the mentals as the citizen of England, and this is our the bad luck as I can perceive. Okay, now, well, I would think that, well, our next month is Halloween month, and some in Halloween day, I wish to I wish to condense an Bengali live stream. Okay, and here is the points, and that is the dangerous points. Well, I could see, and perhaps, well, for that, 20 million Englanders would not receive Mufassil the mental as the citizen of England. And now, not only enter citizen of England, but the citizen of Canada, citizen of Australia, and citizen of New Zealand, and cannot tolerate Mufassil the mental as the citizen of England anymore, and perhaps it can be possible that Mufassil the man. Okay. Now here we can see it can be possible that that would be Mufassil the mentals probably now facing the judge in the case of the citizenship, and probably Mufassil the mental's citizenship would be removed. Okay, and now here is the points, and that is my points I have explained, and now, well, I would leave from the live streams, and I would be back in these channels and live stream, but from I wish I would stream, I would condense a live stream in the channels with a Bengali language with my casual topic in lieu of the national topics. Okay. This time my live stream location is in United Kingdom, but in the next times live stream location would be probably Israel or Bangladesh. Shukran. Have a nice day. Khuda Hafiz. Love you. सीधे ही आ गए